Oh yeah, sexy biscuits. Nice.
Long boys blues, 1975. Using girls on the rise. Reviewing games late at night and sometimes friends. But Long boys blues, 1975.
Hey YouTube, Lumboys Post 1975 and welcome back to a product overview video, only this time it really is something a little bit different. I say that all the time, but you already know what it is because it's in the thumbnail and the title up above. But one of my subscribers, and this is about a year ago, I did thank them at the time, sent me a one-arm bandit money box, which is this bad boy here. And they sent it to me, I lost it. I have only just found it. That's shocking, isn't it? The problem with being a collector of such tact is when you amass a certain amount of stuff and space becomes the obvious enemy, you have to look for new places to store it in, and obviously then you forget you put it in there and you don't find it until a year later, which is, or 18 months later, which is now. So you're probably thinking that's a bit of an odd one, Dave, that you have an affinity for these. I mean, you grew up, you know, in holiday places, you know, next to the sea, and obviously arcade machines were a big love of your life. Yes, they were. But what are the other machines you find in arcades? Well, you find fruit machines, don't you? Which I've never gambled. I've never seen a point of gambling. I guess it's, you know, competitive, or in some cases just downright addictive nature in it, people's personalities and stuff like that. But yeah, never enjoyed gambling. I've never enjoyed fruit machines. That whole obsession people have when they sit there in the pub and watch someone fill it, and it doesn't pay out, and then that's when they go and hit it, because I guess there is skill in it, even though the machine's set to what, 70-30% win ratio or lose ratio, I don't know. Maybe one of the people who's big into fruit machines can let me know in the comment section down below. However, I've always liked one-arm bandits. I just think there's something about the look and design of them and that big clank of, you know, a lever, which gives it its name, one-arm bandit, because obviously it's got one arm and it robs you. Also, I just love that. The naming convention's so honest and just absolutely fantastic. But they were obviously in the arcades as well. They basically, because they were the obviously the slot machine, the original slot machine that was introduced, you know, before electrics and stuff like that, because they're mechanical. But so obviously they still frequented arcades for years and years and years. But my first experience was when we used to go on holiday down the road from Minehead in a little seaside caravan you know, site called Blue Anchor Bay. And they had three, and this is my earliest memory, and I think they only accepted pennies, which is why I kind of liked it. And our dad would let us play them with him. They were in the campsite store that was right at the front of the site, literally by the entrance, kind of a trek away from our caravan, which had no hot water and had no electricity whatsoever, or a bathroom. I did a video about it. It's and do you know what? Still the greatest holidays of my life, despite all those things, or all those things missing, I should say. But I did a video about it, nostalgic memories of caravan holidays as a kid. I'll link it in the doohickey down below, but it is also in my nostalgic memories playlist. Anyway, we used to go up there because we would go on holiday, you know, sometimes with bank holiday weekends to this caravan, because my parents owned it, and sometimes we go away for a week at a time. And when we went away, a special treat for us, because we were super young at this point, like 4, 5, 6, I guess. So these are my memories of going up to the camp store every afternoon after we had dinner in our caravan. And we'd go up there and we'd get an ice cream as a treat. Do you remember those days when you had to look up like that on the counter? Anyway, big glass counter. I'll get to the reviewing this in a minute. Honestly, I will. And, you know, there's all the different flavours of ice cream. And if you were extra special or lucky or being a very good boy, you get a flake as well. Good times. But there are 3 one-arm bandits in that store, and that's my first memory of playing them. And so they're as much a part of my memories of the arcades and, you know, my childhood holiday memories as anything else. So I was talking to someone about it once, quite a lot of people, in fact, going back to last year, and so they sent me this, and it's fully mechanical, I believe, and yeah, so it's a working one-arm bandit money box. Let's see what it says on the side. I haven't got my reading glasses. 2-in-1 play and save slot machine. The global Global Gizmo's realistic one-armed bandit slot machine money box is a fun way to save and to nurture your inner gambling addictions. Possibly not the greatest thing to give to a child, I guess, or maybe actually the greatest thing because you can show them how stupid gambling is. True story, my twin brother actually always wanted a fruit machine. So when he was about, I don't know, 13, 14, he actually, you know, when I was saving up for Mega Drives and stuff like that, he saved up for a second-hand fruit machine. But obviously they changed the size of 10p's and it became obsolete. But yeah, so either drop coins in the front slot, pull the lever to spin the reels and play, it's bad English, and play or drop coins into the top slots and make adding to your savings fun. What, just dropping a coin into it and not playing it is fun apparently. Lucky player receives all the gameplay coins when the jackpot reel appears. Specification: realistic moving bandit, height 18 centimeters approx. Material plastic, location indoor use anyway. Yep, if you use this in the garden, shit will hit the fan and you'll bloody know it. I like that, indoor use only. And cleaning instructions, you don't need to worry about that. No battery required, mechanical. So it's mechanical. So that's really cool. The picture is repeated on the front and on the back, and it says Global Gizmos on the top. So let's crack this bad boy open. I have here a tenner's worth of pound coins. So I got 10 quid's worth of coins. Hopefully that's enough to trigger a payout. Otherwise this video is going to be really stupid. Right, so here we go. Here's the machine. It's got a reasonable amount of weight to it. It's the machine. Instructions: slot machine money box, Global Gizmos, 2-in-1 play and save slot machine. Play Las Vegas slot machine. Winning combination. Look, it's got your winning combinations, just in case you wondered what's on the reels, if you will. So I'm kind of impressed that it's fully mechanical. I was really expecting it to be battery powered for some reason, which would have been cool actually, because I would have liked a light behind the slots. But you know, live, learn. Slot machines, jackpot on all. Win big, play big. So I guess that's more like one of those really full high classical Vegas slot machines, because the ones we saw in the car, I don't want to touch my face because this came from my savings jar. And when you handle money, it's filthy. So don't touch your face or put your fingers in your mouth, kids, when you play with your money box. Rules to live your life by. So yes, the ones we used to play in that you know, caravan store, they were kind of like half size and on top of, you know, extender units, where the ones in Vegas are full machines. But there you go. So it's kind of an authentic looking, sorry for the glare, kind of an authentic looking, you know, one-arm bandit, which I think's really cool. There's your one arm. There's your top slot, which I'm assuming goes into a bank that doesn't pay out. And then there's your slots that you actually put your money into, you know, play the game. Oh, sorry, I'm having a brain fart. And that's where it obviously pays out. So the slot's reasonably big, so it looks like it'll take up to a 50p coin. And then there's that on the back. So if it's not mechanical, what's that? Oh, I guess that's where you know, if you actually aren't using it to, you know, increase your gambling addiction skills, that's where you empty your money box. So, because that's essentially what it is. This is just a gizmo or a gimmick, but it's not for me because I've got many little mini arcade machines. So I'm going to build myself a mini little arcade. Right, so let's see what happens when you pull it on. Nothing apparently. Put a coin in. I don't know if I'm missing a trick, but it appears to be broken. So give me a second. No, not broken, just pretty poor build quality, because sometimes you pull the lever and they don't spin, sometimes you pull the lever and they move really slowly. I guess it's just the nature of the mechanical gubbins inside. So let's see if it works for me this time and doesn't make me look like a fool. There you go. Oh! So, yeah, I thought I'd won. That's what that little excited noise was there. So, yeah, it's a bit temperamental, but you see it there. So they spin and they do stop in sequence, which is kind of cool. I do like that. But I guess because it's mechanical and not electronic, you don't need to put anything in to trigger playing it, which is a little bit kind of, well, it's not irritating or annoying, but I would have actually preferred it to be like that. And I've just lost the cover of the slot on the back because I don't want to drop pound coins all over the floor or my groin. So we're going to fill it up because I want to see what happens when it pays out. So anyway, right, I'm going to change camera angle so I can get it right in front of this, or the best I can, I should say. So you can see what happens when it pays out. If, I mean, I think it's just gonna dump the entire contents of what's in it, which means I guess there's some sort of hatch or panel in here. Or I don't know. I'm not going to open it because I don't need to go into that much detail about how it works. But yeah, so I'm going to set up, going to change camera angle. Let's see what happens when it pays out. If it pays out with only a tenner's worth of coins, and listen, pay attention, boys and girls, this is a good indication of why you shouldn't gamble unless I win every time. Right, give me a sec. Right, so here we go. I've got my tenner's worth of quid coins here. I hope the mechanism isn't too loud, so you have been warned. But so let's see if we can win on a tenner. Again, do you know that's really, really, really satisfying, that clunk. It's definitely kind of, as cheap as it may be, it's definitely got that satisfying clunk, one-arm mechanic feel to it. Do I win? Do I win? Lucky sevens? Well, that's very interesting, isn't it? It's not actually paid out, so it really is a robbing bandit. Let's keep going. Oh, the memories come flooding back. Only if you gave me a tenner's worth of pound coins when I was 5, which would have been 1980, I would have been rich. Oh, apparently it's got a conscience. It's very hit or miss, isn't it? But yeah, it's got a conscience for robbing me. Sorry, robbing me? Robbing me. Awkward. Right, let's get... I thought I'd put more in it than that. But yes, keep going anyway. I'm assuming... Because is it going to be... It only pays out... Because what it could do is... It only pays out... Oh, there's only one winning combination, technically, if you see what I mean, which would be that 777. Prove me wrong. Well, no, because look. Well, I don't know. I don't know how to make mechanical toys. Ooh, right. Obviously, there is no real need for me to keep feeding money in, is there? I was just going to say, it can't be all it holds. I'm guessing the size of the money box isn't actually that big. But it's backing up on money already. There we go. So obviously there is more than one winning combination. But once again, it doesn't want to pay my money out. And there you have it. It's, it looks the part. It feels reasonably weighty and stuff like that. But it's kind of temperamental as to when it wants to work. I get the impression that possibly pound coins may not be the best coins to use. Possibly use pennies, 20p's, maybe 5p's. Don't use anything too big, because it appears whatever mechanism there is to cause the payout can be easily clogged up, which I guess is because of, I don't know, the width of a quid coin. And also, when there's too much money in there, I think that's what affects whether the rollers will actually go. He says, but it's stalled then. So yeah, it's just a little bit of fun. I do like it. It's a nice display piece. I wouldn't really recommend giving it to kids as an actual money box, because I really don't think, as you've seen from how temperamental it is in this video, I really don't think it would take the kind of abuse and hammering that a kid would dish out. But as a display piece, especially if you've got loads of little mini arcade cabinets, as I have, yeah, it's kind of cool for that. It would have been, I would have liked one, if I were to get one myself, I would say, I would do a little bit of research to get one with a higher build quality, possibly bigger machine itself, so it doesn't back up with coins. But, it's kind of fun. I have looked up to how expensive they are, and basically it's tenner. So, it's temperamental as it is. It's only a tenner, isn't it? So anyway, as always, if you've got one of these, or you've got a better one of these, or you know a really, really good one of these, particularly like a digital one, or you know, one basically a battery, not mechanical product, because obviously moving parts equals wear and tear and breakage. I would love to know, and let me know. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you later.